Hi, good morning, everyone. All right. So the next in line is bucket field. And again, that's a very important concept. As far as it's concerned with the reportings. All right. So what exactly is a bucket field? Let me first of all try to introduce you. And then we're going to, take one example so that we could have a practical understanding of the same as well. See, let's consider that, you're having one object, an object called as students, right? Let's consider that we are having one object called as students. I'm asking you to take this in assumption, all right? Here, I don't think we certainly don't have any such object called students, but yeah, for the sake of understanding, for the sake of this example, let's take this in assumption that we are having an object called as students. And inside the student object, there's a field called as marks. Maybe that field would indicate that a student has given certain examination. And in that examination, how much he has scored, maybe out of 100, probably. So that field used to indicate, how much marks that student has obtained, right? Now, I wanted to create a report. I wanted to create a report on this object called students. And based on how much marks he has scored, I wanted to add a column called as pass oblique fail. And let's consider that this is one of the example. I wanted to create a report in such a way like it would have first column as student name. The second column would be the marks. And now based on the marks, we wanted to display a column called result. Now result would indicate whether the student is passed or he is being failed in the examination. Now see, whenever you create a report, right, let me try to take you back to this. And let's consider we create a report, this one tabular report. Now this tabular report, when I run this report, you can see this report is having all those columns, right? This report is having all those columns, right? It is having account name and then active status, right? These all are the columns. These all are the columns inside this report. These all are the columns inside the report, right? It is having all these columns: customer, priority, industry, ownership. If I ask you, how come you add all these columns? How come you bring account name over here? How come you bring active status, customer priority? You're going to say me that these actually are the fields of account object. What is this active status? It's a field. It's a field inside the account object. You have to find it from here, right? You have to find it from here. For example, if I wanted to add a field called as ownership, I would first of all require to add it. If I wanted to add a column called ownership inside my report, I would first of all have to search it inside this. Over here it is, like over here it is ownership, and I would add it. I would add it. I'll make a double click or I just drag and drop. It is going to be get added. So far with this all understanding what we have, so far what we have seen while constructing a report, what we understood is like all of the columns, and this is not just with the tabular report. It actually is being implied with all kinds of report. If you go back and when you try to open a summary report as well, here also in the summary report, if I ask you, What are these columns inside the report? You would going to say me that these are what? These are the fields. These are the fields of the object particularly. These are the fields of the object particularly. All right. So whenever we add any column, if for example, industry, as you can see, there's a column called industry inside your report. There's a column called industry inside your report, right? There's a column called industry inside your report. So that industry must be a field inside the object. If annual revenue is one of the column of your report, that annual revenue must be a field of that particular object. If type, name, billing address, phone, fax, website, whatever you see, active status, customer priority. If all these are the columns of your report, they must be the fields inside the object, because as a column, you can only take the fields of the object. As a column of the report, as a column of the report, you can only take the fields, of that particular object. And now, coming back to this example, if I'm saying you that, let's consider there is an object called student. There's an object called as student. Inside an object, there's a field called as marks. Inside the object student, there is a field called as marks. And I am constructing a report. I'm creating maybe a tabular report. And I wanted to see three things. I wanted to list out the student name and the marks as well. Right? Now, at the same time, I mean, I also wanted to display one additional column called as result. Now see, if I am constructing a report, the student name is one of the field inside the object called student. So I dragged and drop it. All right. And so this first column has been added. Marks was also a field inside the object student. So I dragged and dropped it. That is also being added. That is also being added. But there is no such field called as result. Inside the object student, there is no such field called as result. If there is no such field called as result, I obviously cannot bring it over here, because I obviously cannot bring it over here, right? If there is no such field, I cannot bring it, because every field, every column, what you are trying to add into report, that must be a field. Now there are two possibilities. There are two possibilities. If you wanted to add result as a column into your report, there are two possibilities. Listen this very carefully, guys. There are two possibilities. And see, bucket field, what are you going to learn right now? This is one of the common interview questions. Wherever, if you are giving an interview inside, maybe with one of the organization where they extensively use the analytics, and there are so many organizations of such a kind, they extensively use this analytics feature. They would ask you this question, because they know one thing, that when you were being deployed to their projects and you start working for them, for their clients, you should have an idea. You should have an idea about what are the different features of analytics in the Salesforce. Say if I would take an interview, understand, I would take an interview for one of my client, I would first of all try to, elaborate you with basics of the Salesforce. And then I would start asking you the questions which are more precise to the project, which are more precise to the kind of work which I am expecting you to do if you join me with this project, with this task. So analytics is something, most of the organization, they usually use it, because this, I told you so many times from the beginning itself, and from the day when we start learning this project, when we start learning this topic, I told you that this is one of the very important feature inside the Salesforce CRM. It's a very interesting feature. It's a very impressive feature of the Salesforce CRM. How to create the reports and how to statistically, display all of the kinds of information to the users, to their managers and everybody. So bucket field is one of the very important question. Most of the interviews they would ask you, in most of the interviews they would ask you this question: what is a bucket field? What's the use of bucket field and how to use it? So what we are learning right now is a very important concept. So every one of you, please concentrate. Please concentrate over here. All right. See, I wanted to have a column called as result. I wanted to have a column called as result. Problem is, we don't have any such field inside the student object. There's no such field called as result. Although there's a field called student name, I added that into my report. There's also a field called marks. I have added that as well into the report. But there is no, inside the object, there is no such field called result. How can I add it? If there is no such field called result, I cannot bring it onto my report. But I wanted to do that. This report is asking me that based on whatever the marks the student has obtained, we have to accordingly display whether he is being passed or failed. And there's a criteria for that. Let's say that if the marks, if it is greater than 55 or something, maybe that's a criteria. So based on that, we have to consider him pass or fail. So for that, certainly we do. I mean, so how to add this? There are two different ways to do that. If you wanted to have a field called result, first of all, create a field. Go to the object student. All right. And inside in this object, create a field called result. What is going to be the type? Formula. With return type as text. Whenever you create a formula, it would ask you, what is going to be the return type? Text, currency, date, ID, time, whatever. So you'll have to select. 1 second. All right. So now one way to do this is like, you can go to object student and create a field called as result. That is going to be a formula field. And then, I mean, based on that formula, I mean, you can decide like if the marks is greater than 55 or something, you can enter it as a text or maybe field. So that is one possibility to do it. For this, maybe you also going to require certain automation. I mean, whenever a new record or maybe created or updated. In both of the cases, you'll have to, update this field. So it's going to be a combination of two things. First would be a validation or formula, or even I can do it directly as well. That's not an issue. We could even make this as a pick list. If we are going with the automation, so we can make this as a pick list having two values, pass and fail, and we can fire an automation in a way like, whenever a new record would be created or maybe edited inside the object student, we can accordingly mark result as, pass and fail. That is one possibility. But for that, you must have an access on the object. All right. There's one another way. See, if it is required, if this field is required everywhere, then you'll have to create a new field inside object. If it is going to be required everywhere, you have to create it inside object. There's no another, there's no second way to do that in that case. But if I require this field particularly only onto the report, whatever the report right now we are creating, if we require this field, only onto the report, and there would be no another, no another requirement, there would be no another kind of, what to say. But मतलब जहां इसके अलावा इसकी अगर कहीं जरूरत नहीं पड़ने वाली है आपको, let's consider, then in that case there is no need to go into an object and create a new field. Rather, there is another way called as bucket field. So whenever we go with bucket field, first of all, what is a bucket field? Bucket field is a temporary field. Understand? Bucket field is a temporary field that we could create on a report. If I'm creating a report on a particular object, and I wanted to have certain fields, certain formula fields, there is no need to go to the object and create formula fields into that. I could temporarily create few of the formula fields inside the report, but they can be displayed only onto the report, nowhere else. And that is by the bucket field. Bucket field is the way to do that. So now if somebody asks you in the interview, what is a bucket field? So what you have to say to them? Bucket field is a way to create certain temporary fields, certain temporary formula fields. Bucket field is the way to create the temporary fields, certain temporary formula fields. Bucket field is the way to create certain temporary formula fields on the report. And this would be existed only onto the report. Nowhere else you're going to find that field. So that's a temporary field. I'll just create this onto a report. All right. To represent certain information. Now, what type of formula? We are going to see that. Don't worry. All right. So let me now take one example. I mean, obviously we don't have any object called a student that I take just to explain you. Now we do have an object called account. And inside account, there's a field called annual revenue. But there is no such field called as customer type. All right. If you go with the account, and there if you wanted to see, let me expand and view the fields. Do we have any such field called as customer type? Let me try to find it. Customer. I have a field called customer priority. All right. But I don't have any such field where the name is customer type. And now I have given one use case based on annual revenue. I have to decide what is the type of customer. If the annual revenue value is greater than 25 lakh, once 10, 100,000, 10,000 lakh and 10 lakh, yes, 25 lakh. That's actually 2.5 millions. So if annual revenue value is greater than 25 lakh, 2.5 millions, I have to call that customer as a premium customer. And if the value of annual revenue is less than 25 lakh, we'll have to name as a basic customer. Now, do we have any such field called customer type in account? Do you see any standard field or maybe a custom field? No, there's a field called priority, but that's not an our case. I wanted to have a field called as customer type. Now, one possibility over here is I could create a new field inside the account object. Let's consider this as a pick list value or maybe a text value, whatever you want. So I could create a new pick list value, right? With the name called as customer type. And I could give I could give two values over here. What are those? Premium, customer, basic. One way is to do that. But I'm going to require this field everywhere? Answer is no. I wanted to create a report on account where based on annual revenue, I could display customer type either as premium or basic. But then I certainly would not require this field anywhere else. Why at all I am creating this inside field? Because there is a governor limit. Can any one of you tell me how many custom fields we could create inside an object? Do we either have a governor limit or not? Yes, of course we do have. If you are trying to create a custom field, first of all, ask this to yourself. Where this field is going to be get used. If the only purpose of this field is to be get displayed on a report, there is no need to create one additional field, because we have certain governor limits related to object. If you remember, we could maximum create 800 custom fields inside an object, not more than that. Not more than that. If I'm not wrong, if I'm spelling it in a right, or I'll also have to revise. Now we learned this, right? We learned this. When you learn how to create the custom ways to with the object, this was like how many objects we can create, how many tabs we can create here. See, inside an unlimited edition, we could maximum create 800 custom fields. So that's a governor limit. That's a governor limit with there, right? So is it really necessary to create this? Where do you want it? Do you want this field to be displayed everywhere? In that case, we'll have to create. There's no another option. But if the only requirement of a field called customer type is on to the report, then there is it is not necessary at all that you should create this field inside the object. No. One way to do this is to create a bucket field. So let me now show you that. How exactly? Sorry, guys. I'll go with a creation of a new report. I'll create this on account once again. So I select account and I create it. Let me first of all select which columns I wanted to display it over. I certainly don't want this. Type rating, last activity modified. Type and process ratings को रहने देते हैं. Annual revenue तो बहुत जरूरी है, because based on that only, हमें वो सारा कैलकुलेशन करना है, तो वी मस्ट हैव दिस. ठीक है, इतना ही रहने देते हैं, काम करते हैं. और अगर कुछ और डालना है तो लेट्स ऐड द इंडस्ट्रीज एज वेल. आई विल ब्रिंग दिस एनुअल रेवेन्यू ओवर हियर. नाउ आई वांटेड टू सी ऑल अकाउंट्स ऑफ ऑल टाइम अकाउंट्स. सो पहले तो मैंने डेटा क्लियर कर दिया, फिल्टर्स वगैरह सारे. नाउ वी कैन सी ऑल 26 अकाउंट्स, राइट? एंड लेट्स नाउ सी, अभी मुझे एक फील्ड यहाँ पे क्रिएट करवानी है, दिखानी है, कस्टमर टाइप नाम की. एंड वी सर्टेनली डोंट हैव एनी सच फील्ड ओवर हियर. आप देख सकते हो कि हमारे पास में ऐसी कोई भी फील्ड नहीं है जिसका नाम है कस्टमर टाइप. बट आई वांटेड टू ब्रिंग इट ओवर हियर. तो कैसे करेंगे? हाउ कैन वी डू दैट? तो जस्ट टॉप इन द टॉप, एवरी टाइम इट वुड अपीयर ऑन द टॉप. दिस इज द पोजीशन. ये हमेशा यही दिखना है आपको. If you wanted to find a bucket field, you'll have to go to top of the list every time for any object. All right. यहाँ पर एक है add bucket field का, तो you just make a double click over here. या फिर आप drag and drop भी कर सकते हो. You can simply drag and drop, है ना? आप ये भी कर सकते हो. I mean, you can just bring it like this as well. So this is one and same thing, all right? So when I make a double click, so it would first of all ask me, based on what you wanted to segregate the values. So I wanted to do this whole calculation based on annual revenue. And so I'm selecting annual revenue. Now give the name to that field. जो आप नया बनाना चाहते हो. So I'm giving the name as customer type. All right. Customer type. I think that is what the name is. Yeah, customer type. And now give the range. So if it is less than, if the value of annual revenue is less than equals to how much? 25 lakh. If it is less than equals to 25 lakh, what the name you have to give? You have to give the name as basic customer. And if it is greater than 25 lakh, I'll have to give the name as premium customer. All right. So based on annual revenue, based on this, I would be giving the value. All right. And then wherever it is empty, you have to treat it as zeros. No problem. Now see, I'm having a new field. Let me run this report to show you. I'm having inside this report, you can see that one column is being added with the name customer type. 1 second. And just there's a small icon. There's a small icon you could identify. This is not an actual field of account, rather it's a bucket field. So some of them are basic customer, some of them are premium customer, some of them are basic customers, some of them are premium customers. Wherever it is 0, or maybe the value is less than 20, 25, like whatever the value I have entered, they are being termed as basic customer. And wherever the value is greater than 25 lakh, so they are termed to be a premium customer. Now, do I have formed any sort of validations for this formula for this? No, I just have created a field called customer type. I just have created a field called customer type. It's a bucket field. That is what is the purpose of having a bucket field. All right, let me now save this. And I would be saving this inside HR management reports. That's a custom folder we created. And now we are having this. So go with this by today. This is what exactly it means by a bucket field. Let me now start with the next type, that is joint reports. Joint reports. Now see, joint report is that type of report, where we try to combine multiple reports. We try to combine multiple reports, but of the same type. Into the same canvas. Now let me try to take a use case for this. You will going to understand it from that. See, I'll do one thing first of all. Let me go with the case object. And do we have? If I go with all closed cases, there are so many of them. Let me try to do certain changes first of all, because I would going to require cases with different status. Most of them are closed. So let me do one thing. I'm changing their status to new and to working. I'm changing the status to escalated, because for this example, I would require cases with different status. So I'm making this changes in the existing records. Let me do this activity first of all. And working. Escalated. Yeah. All right. So this one is the last one. Now see, if I go back to reports, right, and I would create a new report on case object. So for the case, you'll have to go with customer support report, this one. Inside in this folder called customer support reports, you're going to find the case, right? So I would be creating a report on the case. Yes. Let me select the case from here and create. And now case owner, I don't want subject. Subject maybe would be required. Age, I don't want. Open, closed. Account name also I don't want. Actually, in this case, I would just simply require, case number and status. So let me bring case number and status. Let me have these two columns. And I wanted to see all cases of all time cases. Now, if I run this report, you can see there are 28 records. 28 records. Now, see, in 28 records, some of the cases are new cases, those having a status as new. Some of them are working, some of them are escalated, and some of them are closed. All right. Now, see, one possibility to see this would be like in separate groups would be like I could create a summary report. I could create a summary report over here. I mean, what I can do would be like, देखो, एक तो ये तरीका है कि you can convert this into summary, and based on the column status, based on the column status, you can see this like this. So, I mean, those cases where the status is new, there are 10 records. And there are 4 case records where the status is working. And then there are four cases where the status is escalated. And there are 10 records of the case, where the status is closed. One way is to group it like this. One way is to group it like this. There's one another way. There's one another way. Let me try to show you that. There's one another way where, I could create separate reports, but onto the same canvas. How? Let me try to show you. So if I convert this into a joint report, let's see how exactly it's going to be work. See, a joint report basically is what? It's a combination of multiple reports that you show onto the same canvas. But the reports must be having a same report type. Now, what is this report type? I'm going to explain this with the next topic. हम देखेंगे इसका डिफरेंस देखेंगे. What is the difference between a report type and a joint report? We're going to see that. But अभी समझो पहले इसको. ये समझ लो पहले, फिर हम आते हैं. I'm going to name this as a block of new cases. See, if I run this report, it would show like this. The name is new cases, but it is showing me the cases of all status. Some of them are new, some of them are working, some of them are escalated. I don't want it to see it like this. So what I would going to do, I would apply a filter over here. There's a block called as new cases. I'm going to apply a filter over here. All right. So my first filter would be a field filter that I am applying over here. I wanted to see, only those cases where the status equals to new. And I apply this filter to this block. Now, if I run this report, so into this particular block, you can see only those cases. You can bring certain more columns if you want. You can definitely bring some more columns over here. I just restricted to have 2 columns because I wanted to make it simple. Otherwise, you can bring as many number of the columns you want. That's up to you. So in this block, in this report, I am looking onto only those cases where the status is new. So that is the reason I have given the name as new cases. All right. Now, let me go back. Let me first of all save it. So I would be sharing this storing this inside HR management. So now this is the report. Let me go back and try to customize it. So this was my first block. This is my first block. Let me, because this is a joint report, joint format, you can add more blocks to this. So see, I just have added second block. Second block with like, the first I added is case number. To this block, I also added status. Okay. Now, if I run this report, see, it's going to look like this. Your first block with where you have given the name as new cases. This is just now you just have added, and it doesn't have any filter. And that is the reason it is showing you all of the 28 records. All right. It is showing you all. But let me apply one filter over here as well. Or let me apply one filter over here as well. So I'll go back and customize. And to this, just make a double click. To this block, I'm giving the name as working cases. Working cases. Now see, as and when you give the name, if you have observed this or not, you'll have to observe. You can observe this later on because I have to add 2 more blocks. Now see, previously, अभी तक हमने जितना भी देखा है, we have seen only one filter block because there was only one block where you apply. Now, do you see there is one more block of filter has been created automatically? If you do something over here, that is going to be applied to a block called as new cases. That is going to be applied to a block called as new cases. This one. I mean, I just have created a formula. Whatever I am going to do over here, would be applied to this block. Now, in the same way, if you one more block of formula is created, and this was created automatically. If I'll add something new over here or here or here, this blocks keep adding. यहाँ पे add होते चले जाएंगे. Now, so this particular section which is just now have been created, this is a formula. This is a formula field. This is a formula. These fields have been created for this block. That means whatever changes you made over here, they would going to have an impression onto this block. Whatever you change, you commit any changes over here, it's going to impact this block, right? So this is what you'll have to understand. This is what you have to observe. And to this block, where the name is working cases, I also wanted to add a filter. I'll add a filter. Which filter? Field filter. I wanted to see, right now it's displaying me all of the 28 cases, but I wanted to see only those cases where the status is working. So I'm putting this formula, I'm making it enable. So okay. And now let me run this report. You see the filter has been applied to the second block. Only those cases are getting displayed where the status is working. And this is what is a format of a joint report. So joint report give you this ability that you could create multiple reports, but on the same object, or on the same report type, and then you could add it. So what is this? I'm going to explain you. But joint report give you this ability that you could see multiple reports on the same canvas. So this is a separate report. This is a report which is showing me all those cases where the status is new. This is a second report which is showing me all those cases where the status is working. And let me finalize this first of all, because we are having only 16 minutes. Let me first of all complete this. I'm going to explain. I'm creating one new block. I would be creating one new block. And I have added status. Let me add case number as well. So case number and the status. To this block, I'm giving the name as escalated cases, right? And this, see, one more formula field has been added for the escalated cases block. I'm applying a formula. I wanted to see only those cases in this block. In this block, I wanted to see only those cases where the status should equals to what? Status should equals to escalated. And let me insert this. Okay. Let me create another block. First of all, I am adding like case number. One more block I'm creating. Second column, what I'm adding, you could add any number of the column. It's up to you. I'm just keeping it simple. I'm adding क्या add किया मैंने अभी case number हाँ. Now let me add status and I'm giving the name as closed cases. Closed cases. Now to this block there would be one more formula field. ये देखो नया create हो गया automatically. And in this block I wanted to see only those status where the status equals to closed. Let me bring this. Now if I run this report, see. This is what does it means by a joint report. You can see multiple reports of the same type. If one is on the case, all of them would be on the case. If one is on the count, all of them would be. So it's not like you see, multiple objects. That is also possible, but that is going to be discussed with a separate topic, a topic called as report type. वो मैं बताऊंगा आपको बाद में, उसके बारे में हम बात करेंगे. अभी इस वक्त जॉइंट रिपोर्ट को देखो आप. So in the joint report, you can see multiple reports into the same canvas, but they must have a same data type. They must have been created on the same object. If one of them is on account, everyone should all be also on account. If one of them is on the cases, everyone should also be on the cases. So that is what does it means by a joint report. So joint give you this ability that you could create multiple blocks and you could or for example you are having different what to say, I mean you wanted to represent data differently, not with summary report. ऐसा एक लंबी सी रिपोर्ट नहीं बनानी है हमको जहां पर हम ग्रुपिंग करेंगे जैसा समरी में होता है. we wanted to have separate blocks, तब आप joint report बनाते हो. That is what is joint report. Now one last point about joint report is joint report cannot be scheduled. This is that report which cannot be scheduled. See, you can schedule summary, you can also schedule tabular report, but joint report cannot be scheduled because to schedule there is a small interface over here जिसको आप क्लिक करते हो, दो ऑप्शंस आते हैं, रन एंड स्केड्यूल. यू गो विद सेकंड ऑप्शन, एक नया इंटरफेस ओपन होता है जहां से आप रिपोर्ट्स को स्केड्यूल करते हो. जॉइंट रिपोर्ट कैन नॉट बी स्केड्यूल्ड. टैबुलर कुड बी, समरी आल्सो, मैट्रिक्स आल्सो. ठीक है, जॉइंट रिपोर्ट को आप स्केड्यूल नहीं कर सकते. दैट्स ऑल. So let me once again save it. That's all for today. I'm giving you this command. Now you can unmute yourself if you wanted to ask anything. So by the next lecture, I would be covering matrix. I would be covering matrix and probably report types. If possible, dashboard, or maybe dashboard is going to be shifted to the next lecture. Let's see. Yeah. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Yes. Any questions? All right then. Thank you so much for joining. Have a nice day.